5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello again, and welcome to a new episode of Slash Chat Podcast.
What?
You're super pixelated.
What? Shut up!
You were doing
I'm
that, and
Australian.
you're like non-existent. You're just like, Josh is the blur. Josh is Slenderman today,
He's going back and forth between dimensions.
right?
Don't think.
That's
Frickin' ads, get away from me. I need to see the Twitch stream.
Oh my god, yes, that is a perfect picture for Karth. Perfect picture for Karth.
Can't see it, I gotta wait through this stupid ad.
It's more. I'll take it. It's good. It's very
Damn it,
good.
load the video.
But hi, everybody.
Hello.
What's up? It's people
Alex
like
still
immediately
can't see it?
already.
Why is there a kangaroo just sitting and licking the air?
Because it's Karth. It's as close as we can get to Karth without him actually being here. All right?
Karth is just a fat kangaroo? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No.
It's just
He's
super
a
cute.
hilarious, cuddly kangaroo. Let's go with that.
Aw.
Wow, I am way more pixelated for you than I am for me.
Yep.
That's fun. It's gonna continue being that way too because I'm uploading to YouTube.
Yeah, I know. You're uploading videos.
That's right. I'll go into that in my bit, but oh,
So, how was everyone this week?
They're doing fine.
is good. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of beat for the holidays. This is like my only
Yeah.
day off. This
Mine
week.
has nothing to do with the holidays, man. My average week's about 70 to 80 hours right now. So I'm tired.
Fair enough. What? I just, Alex, what are you eating?
Sounding like
string
those
on
guys
his
from
hoodie.
Star Fox.
Fucking hate Slippy. Fuck Slippy. Oh,
Fox,
Oh.
get this guy off me. Fox.
fucking asshole.
Fox. Fox.
Learn how to
No,
fly,
you can die,
fucking
Slippy.
jackass. Oh, hate Slippy.
Oh.
Actually, kill Falco first, then Slippy, because Falco's just an asshole.
Yes, he is. But he's good at what
Jason
he does.
Ryan
That's the thing.
Fox. I don't need your patronization, Mr. Falco Lombardi. Who's the captain of this ship? I don't think it's you. You quit because you're a
Well-
quitter. Falco
a whole
Lombardi.
bunch of different ships.
And then he just comes out at the very end of Star Fox Adventures. Surprise! He's back for no reason.
No
For
raisins.
no reason.
For no reason.
Fuck
Raisin.
raisins. Fuck raisins.
Heard it through the grapevine.
Oh. Oh.
No
So-
reason is from that
so-
Futurama episode.
So, let's get off these hurtful topics of raisins and grapes and the grapevine. Alex,
Got
what have
any
you been up to
grapes?
this week? Oh my god.
Okay.
What have you been up to?
Interviews, games, writing stuff. Trying to catch up on the anime. I did, the two series that I'm tracking most right now are Log Horizon and Amagi Brilliant Park. Amagi Brilliant Park, I think, is going to be ending in a couple episodes, while Log Horizon is going to keep going. Log Horizon is starting to really get into the meat of the second season.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Even though that last episode, though awesome, was just one speech. The whole episode was one speech, but
Well, I
It was
haven't
a good
seen the
speech.
newest one. I just saw the one when Shirai came back.
Literally a speech.
it's
Oh
a speech.
boy.
It's a 23-minute speech.
It's a good one though, but
Great.
that's what you're in for.
I just the first thing I said when the other two monsters came out is I said, "Are you shitting me?"
I think that's what everyone else said too.
Just because
like,
I'm
all of the characters.
You spent all this time. These guys are working harder and harder, and they're getting every little bit closer to finally finishing this stupid fight. And then, surprise! Not only are you not done, but you have two more to deal with at the same time. And I'm just like,
So
and everyone in the show was just like, we can't do that. And I'm like, no, you can't. Are you kidding me? So I'm trying to do that, Amagi Brilliant Park. I'm like, get your stupid lolly shit out of my face, Amagi Brilliant Park. I don't want to see any of that garbage. No. Go back to the other girl. She's fine. The kid, no. I know she's like, she's been 14 years old for 10 years because of a curse. And I'm like, I don't care. Get her away from me. Go away. I don't want to see your stupid face. Go back to the shark guy. There's this little shark character in Amagi Brilliant Park. His name is Jaw. And he looks like a little cute shark guy, but when his face gets wet with water, he turns into like Jaws from the movie, like super scary monster shark, and it's so funny because he's just this little nice guy, and then just water, and he's terrifying. So it's definitely an entertaining show. The characters are pretty good. Some are better than others, clearly, and I'm trying to fit in some time in between to kind of catch up on all the other anime that I haven't finished yet. I really should finish Watamote, and I'm like, why aren't you finished Watamote?
You were like so gung-ho about Watamote forever.
What?
Weren't you like so gung-ho about Watamote for like ever?
Shut up. It's a funny show. It's super funny. Because she's so awkward, she doesn't know what to do around people.
Fair enough.
But I've been picking up on a lot of reviews, played a really, really bad game called the Old City Leviathan for Hardcore Gamer. It was bad. It was an hour and a half long, and it was bad. Really bad.
Fair enough.
It was like, you know how boring Dear Esther is?
Yes.
This is worse.
Aww.
It is worse. Because there is no story. It is they say, oh, the whole goal of this game is to explore. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And I'm like, you need to find out. And I'm like, you're not giving me anything. And the game's slow, and it's so artsy, and that makes it wrecks it. Okay. So after that, I kind of dove into, I'm going to be doing a preview of I Am Bread, which is an interesting.
God.
Oh my god!
Don't do it! Don't do it! It's gonna hurt.
Too late. I already played it. I already played it,
Oh my god!
and I'm going to be writing up the preview.
I watched a stream of I Am Bread, and the person that I was watching was just like in an uproar. They were just like crying by the end of it. Like, oh my god, why?
Why were they crying?
It's terrible.
It's
so bad.
Oh.
Well, you're gonna have to wait and see my thoughts when the preview releases. I can't say anything about it, but
this is great. This is like AAA game. This is best.
It's not AAA. It's not AAA. And it's in early access, so that is also going into my opinion on this.
But it's that's the Surgeon Simulator people, right?
It is the Surgeon Simulator people.
Yeah.
No.
So after all that, I'm like, okay, I have a little bit more time. I'm going to try and get a little more done in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and it's so great to get back in that. I was finally able to beat this boss that gave me so much trouble once I finally figured out what to do. And that game's just so much fun. It's so simple. It's so there really isn't too much to it, but it's stylish, and I really like Platinum games so much. So that's kind of been what I was doing. What are you giggling about?
Chat just says I Am Bread Game of the Year edition confirmed.
Yes! Yes!
They might.
They might.
You win. You win the cookie.
Or the bread.
Okay. Next.
He's the breadwinner.
Oh.
The what?
And you were saying my jokes were bad. Oh my.
What did you say?
You just killed a bucket of kittens with that joke.
I said he was the
bucket
breadwinner.
of kittens. You have
The
killed
bread
a bucket.
Winner.
Winner?
Breadwinner.
You've never heard
Yeah.
of what the
You don't know that
breadwinner?
term?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The breadwinner
either.
of the household. It's the person who has the job.
Oh.
Who brings home the dough?
Yeah. Yes, you got him. It was delayed, but you got him.
See, guys, this is the person.
That joke gave me cancer.
This is the person.
I need to go on chemo now.
See, this is the person who I get a birthday present for, and she has no idea. Like,
No,
oh my
didn't
god.
know.
What?
You ended up getting me Freedom Cry.
Yeah. Why don't you do anything with it? All I've been
Because I
seeing.
just saw the email and I was like, oh, I will receive this later.
All I just saw was like, oh, it's in her. Like, she still wishes for it, and I'm like, what? Get your ass on Steam.
I know, I need to.
I'm gonna quote Akitara Goomba. Get your ass on Steam.
I know.
Okay, who's next?
Josh.
Oh, God.
Josh.
Okay.
What you up to?
Fine.
What have you been doing this week?
Oh, besides tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of working, I have a YouTube now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. And apparently the little what's-a-thingy under my name here isn't quite correct because there's no coming soon. It's here now. But there's just, like, you have to actually have
Link it. Link it. Link your
Wank it.
YouTube.
Okay.
Wonk it.
Wonk
Wonk
it.
from
It's a
Pennsylvania.
big, long URL and whatnot, but you don't get nice, easy ones unless you fulfill a whole bunch of things or be active for 30 days or whatever.
Wait a second. You mean you don't have like youtube.com/user/your username?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work.
Dude, I have that, and I'm not a partner. Like, is Raytog your username?
Yep.
So it's youtube.com/user/Raytog, people. That's it.
Should be it. But we'll find out, and we'll get the link in there. But yeah, I put up a thing of Chivalry of Medieval Warfare.
Oh, this channel does not exist. Okay, you're gone.
So
You're
You don't
gone.
exist.
it's there. It's there. If you go to YouTube and search for Raytog, it's there. But
So you broke it.
Episode
You
1.
broke YouTube, right?
probably.
Oh, there's an
Raytog-
exclamation mark in your name. No wonder.
Oh
You
yeah,
really did
because
break YouTube. Holy crap.
it's asking for a last name, and I refuse. So
I just didn't link my Google. I just made a new Google Plus for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Oh,
did.
jeez.
And it,
Thank you, Shibo. Yep.
Shabo.
Shibo.
is that me?
Shibo.
That's me.
The Raytog is a lie.
Truly are a lie.
I'm not that much of a lie, but that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Episode 1 of Chivalry is up.
Warning,
episode
guys.
2
Your ears may bleed.
Why?
Because the sound quality.
It's not that bad. It isn't that bad. I heard your stuff be worse. Although,
dude.
the reason-
Huh.
Dude, my first videos. Oh my god.
yeah, the reason that I'm pixelated now is because episode 2 is at like 34% with 151 minutes left on a 8 gig file, so that'll be up soon, and it's set to roll out as soon as it's done.
I found
And
a
the sound
really
is better
cool-
on that one.
I found a really good tutorial for cleaning up your commentary. Like, I don't know if you have a really good mic.
Nope.
But-
It's what he has right
No, I have this.
Oh,
This is
Okay.
what I got.
Well, then I can't. I can't help you.
Yeah.
But I did see a tutorial by a guy on YouTube who taught you how to go into Audacity and just make your commentary better. So, like, I just uploaded the third part of me and my friend Matt's Sonic Boom playthrough. And aside from fixing the Elgato commentary error where there would be like this nasty static throughout, I think that's because Chrome was trying to use my mic too, so it was messing it up. But I did the tutorial, and it sounds so clean, so fresh, so clean, so fresh, so clean. The freshest.
So, it's okay, Ray Talk. I'd marry that voice. Aww.
What can I say?
Aww.
Oh, that's a
Aw.
proposal. That's a proposal.
Aw.
Oh. That cake better not be a lie. I want some damn
Probably.
wedding cake.
It's usually a lie. But
So other than putting up your YouTube, now uploading episode 2, how's things been?
lots of work, lots of people who decide to have vacations at work on this month and the holidays and whatnot. So pretty much a lot of that. There's not been much free time going on except trying to record stuff for Chivalry, trying to keep up with the anime, Log Horizon, Akame ga Kill. That was a neat episode. That was like Gurren Lagann levels of awesome.
I still haven't
It's been a while
watched this
since I've seen Gurren Lagann levels of awesome in any other show. That
Dude.
triggered
Okay,
it
so
to-
it's like Gurren Lagann.
not
what you're
like
saying?
it
No,
is.
no, just like the
It is
emotion.
awesome as
Yeah. The power
Oh, so it's like
behind
the you can do
feels.
anything, like super
yeah.
inspirational shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole subgenre of that. The HFY.
Your inspiration is giving me a cavity. It's so sweet and saccharine.
Dude.
Uses a little pierce the heavens. Innuendo.
You can. It's like that video of the guy standing in the water, in the super cold water, and like, you can do it. I'm in this water. You can never give up. I love that video. It's so awesome. Is Okami Got Kill like that?
Kind of.
It's been like a little bit up and down, and it was goofy for a while, but lately it's been going on like the hyper serious and really, really cool. So
Well, we only have, what, 2 episodes left?
something like that.
Of
I mean,
season 1 or the whole series?
Season 1, I think. Because Akame got killed, this is the first season. Like, this is the first time it launched.
with
They might
all
have a season 2, maybe.
I don't know how.
Don't know.
I don't
yeah.
know how, because just they line up all these characters and they all go down like dominoes. Not all of them. There's many character deaths. This seems to be the theme of the show. But
If I didn't have a long list of anime to finish already, I'd give it a try.
oh yeah, it's up there. But so that's looking up news for you goons, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna be filming a wedding on Saturday, so that's extra money. But that's it.
Is it the wedding of your voice?
No, no.
Yeah.
That whore got married without me. But no, that's it. That's all I got.
So,
Lots of
Jeremy,
screaming and hitting things with swords.
On to me. Well, my life's pretty boring lately because I don't have much time to do anything except work and school. Pretty much same stuff. Finals week's coming up soon, so once that's over, I'll have a couple weeks off. Maybe I can actually get some stuff done for the show. I've got a lot of backlog of stuff I've got to get done at the gym, though. Next semester should be a little bit better, though, because I'll have more time in the lab to work on fun stuff. I got the mock-ups for the Assassin's Creed blades done a month or so back, so I know I can make them. It's just a matter of getting the time to do it. We missed a bunch of classes because they keep calling meetings, and our teacher has to go, and so we don't have class. Other than that, haven't even really had much time for gaming. Some Shadowrun stuff on the weekends. That's going okay so far, but I can't throw anything really heavy at my group yet because they're not quite ready. They're a little too cherry for that one.
A little greener on the edges.
How's that game going, by the way? I've been interested.
I mean, it's going. It's still the early missions, so I'm not throwing anything too heavy at them. Their first run was against, Humanus Poly Club because no one has a problem with me making Nazis the bad guys. Nazis!
You have the joke so long, it just does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got a tweet about this. It's the fucking Nazis!
For anyone who doesn't know where the reference is coming from, it's
Hellsing Abridged.
Hellsing.
Hellsing Abridged.
Also, it's just a funny way to say it.
I made a GIF out of privilege line.
Repeat that?
Where he goes, check your privilege. I made a GIF out of that because it's so perfect.
Nice.
That is nice.
I had a thought and I just lost
it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That was my fault.
Oh, no, I think I lost it a while ago.
So there's a rumor through the grapevine that you're now old.
Yeah, I just turned 34. Yay.
Who else is an old lady? Who else is an old lady?
Hey, I only turned 25.
Who else? Jeremy.
Still, you are through the prime of your youth. Now it starts to go downhill.
She's old. You're old. Old lady, old. Old lady, old lady.
I started a thing. She's gonna kill me.
With the Shadowrun table,
really nasty joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
You should totally
do it.
With the Shadowrun table, I am still, just fairly easy missions, fairly straightforward ones. I haven't thrown any, huge curveballs yet. Note I say yet.
It's coming.
Yeah. Oh, it's already breathing hard.
Yeah,
but anyway. No, I'm trying to hammer home the idea of stealth early on, so that I don't end up with flaming dumpsters.
Hey, we did so well with the last mission.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Like, literally, I was like, dude, we're going to do here, we're going to detonate this door, we're going to go into here. Okay, detonation, not quite stealth, but someone didn't give us an opportunity to be like, you're going to pick this lock, we're going to get in here silently.
You guys don't have the skill set.
I know, it's detonate.
I approve.
No one has maglocks.
Do things.
That's true.
You need someone with electronics build repair to get through the maglock systems.
Wait, of 6?
Maglock systems.
Oh, I thought you said like of rank 6. I was like,
no.
And then why did you give me a bunch of awesome fire spells to blow stuff up? Hi, Kenny.
Because some of the missions are going to be to blow stuff up. Also, that's what you asked for.
You should always ask for blowing stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
no,
wrong.
it's a thing of there are a few holes in the team, and once they get filled, it'll work out a little bit better. And they might be filled by more players, or more likely they'll just be filled by existing characters getting skills they don't currently have. Like she was saying, that one of the buildings they had to break into was locked down pretty tight from the outside, and the easiest way for them to get in was actually to blow one of the doors. And getting in through electronics is a little bit more difficult, although there was a vent on the roof you could have used.
Hey, thanks for, like, not putting that part of the blueprints, because we were going purely off of blueprints.
Blueprints from before the place was bought by Humanus.
Hold on for a second here. Are you saying that the one there that's the Shadowrun player wearing the Assassin's Creed hoodie didn't check the roof? Really?
Gosh.
Uh-huh.
I'm a cat shaman. Do you really think I want to go on a roof? No.
Actually,
Yeah,
yes.
y'all
Cats
land on
climb
your
trees
feet.
all the time.
I know. I was fucking with you guys.
She'd land on her head.
I mean, you guys did think to do astral reconnaissance, which was good, but
No, we didn't. You bashed us
okay.
upside
So
the
I
head
kind
with
of hit you with about
a clue by
Okay.
4. Yeah.
no. It wasn't a clue by 4. It was more like a clue by 12.
Yeah. You're like, hey guys, you know you can do this, right? Really? We can do this? Okay,
It's like,
we're gonna do
guys,
this.
You should have read the. Just read the wiki. The wiki on Shadowrun Magic would have given that one away, but no. So I'm still giving out advice, and I'm still going fairly easy. I haven't gotten real hard-assed with a couple of the rules yet, because I think that's the best way to start a table off. Get them into it slowly, especially since no one at the table's really played Shadowrun before, and it is a bit different than a lot of other games that are out there. I could go on about this for a while, so we'll
Probably.
just kind of finish out my introduction, and if you guys want later, I can keep talking about it.
Well,
Have you, Jeremy? Have you played the Shadowrun game? The video game, the new one. What's it called?
You talked about Dragonfall, and
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think about that? Is it good? Because I've been hearing like it fixes all the problems of the first Shadowrun Returns.
it does fix a lot of the issues. There are still a couple issues that are kind of like with me as far as replay value. Like one of the things I would love to play is just an in-your-face, extremely fast melee cyber character, and it's really hard to build one that I like with the way it's set up. But it did fix a lot of the issues, especially the director's cut of Dragonfall. It just really helped fix a lot of the problems.
Look at the chat.
I can't look at the chat.
Pretty much. Well, it's your stereotypical Shadowrun meme that says Shadowrun planning. 3 hours of intricate plotting, complete with detailed maps and contingency plans, and then we kick down the front door shooting.
Yep.
That's Shadowrun. That is all Shadowrun is.
No, it's really not.
That's all anyone plays Shadowrun as, then.
In fact, there are a lot of Yeah, but the only time you played Shadowrun before, think about who the other person in the game was.
It's not my fault you let me make Raytog in Shadowrun.
Anyway, we'll talk about more about Shadowrun later. But yes, I did.
Your
like
fault,
Yes,
Jeremy.
I did like it.
It's your fault. It's not Josh's fault.
Raytog can only do one thing. It's only one thing he does.
Eat people.
Probably.
There was that. But that's another story.
Yeah, like I said, we can do Shadowrun with my section because I haven't had time to come up with any news stuff. So we'll just sort of do a like Almir used to do slash roleplay. We'll do a little.
Yeah.
I'll just give role-playing news stuff.
That won't ever happen.
What?
Nothing.
Slash roleplay. We need to do more slash roleplay.
She's not doing any slash anything except this and slash camp.
Slash camp.
Yep.
Slash.
Slash.
Yeah.
We need to stay out of the
So-
slash fiction kid. We're on Twitch.
Slash
okay?
weeaboo shit. I
gonna
use
be
the
bad.
hashtag weeaboo shit all the time.
I know you do.
Anytime
Anyway.
like I start talking about all of the intricate couples in anime, I'm like hashtag weeaboo shit.
Not
But
wrong.
yeah, other than, one game a week, what little gaming I can get in here and there, most of my internet time lately has actually been doing stuff for school. Not a whole lot going on. If anyone's in the Pittsburgh area, Castle Blood's doing a Christmas thing, I think on the 13th and 14th of this month.
Mhm.
So if you're in the area, it might be something fun to do. Check it out.
If I was, I'd go.
Just Google Castle Blood. I've known the guy who runs the place for a long time, and I keep wanting to do stuff to help out, but time. I did a couple of little projects done at school that I was really looking forward to. I got the base plates and everything for a set of digigrade legs. Those are the stilts, that make your leg bend the other way. I just have to basically get it calibrated as to how long I need to make certain cables and stuff like that to get it to work. So hopefully I'll have a cool character with that I can do. And I got a little bit more work done on the hammer, not a lot, because I was finishing a birthday present for somebody.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, because I have no money, so I just make shit for people. I just bought a car. I have no money.
I understand you there.
Uh-huh. You know, I just put $2,000 down on a car, and I owe another 20.
Right.
But hey, it's a really nice car.
As for what I've been up to this week, birthday last Friday. Tons of hibachi. I ended up going twice to hibachi, which was Friday and Sunday. Instead of gaming, we did a group event and had hibachi with family and everyone, so it was awesome. It's kind of no longer playing ArcAge. It's like
really? Has that died?
You're not playing PvP Farmville anymore. I'm shocked. This is my shocked face. I'm astounded. What?
Farmville.
Yeah.
What it is?
That's the I have to avoid this topic face.
That game makes her meh. We need to get her off that game for her health.
I was starting.
Game's her meth. It's
meth.
No, not meth.
Meth.
Meh. M-E-H.
So you guys know what would be good for? You know what would be good for Ray Tug's YouTube channel?
What?
Yeah, if the four of us played Borderlands.
Of course, that's never going to happen.
Oh, it'll happen. We'll make it happen. If we have to stream.
He doesn't have time.
Which here are you pointing to? Because I can't see the screen. Actually, it's finals this week and next week, so after that's done. I mean, I only have 2 classes worth of finals, but...
I love how we keep
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Combating every little excuse she has.
We got this.
She just doesn't want to play Borderlands is what it boils down to. So you know what, guys? We should just play without her.
That's fine. Go, guys. Play without me. I don't care. No, back on topic, though.
It's not like I want to play Borderlands with you or anything, Tsundere face.
Yeah, I know,
I was going to say, if I could remember how to pronounce that correctly, that was the term I was going to use.
Yandere's are kind of better.
But no. Back on topic, so that we can actually hit news today.
Wait, we do news on this? Oh, I'm screwed.
Huh? It's not like I want to do news today or anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Kat. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I know,
sorry.
it's okay.
We'll get on the news.
It's
not like I want to distract you from doing what you're supposed to do.
I know, right? It's okay. It's okay.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
I will sit here and pick fuzz off my hoodie then.
Hey, knock it off. Come on. We'll do your news. Come on. This is your show.
No. Well, never mind.
Just for that, you have to go first.
What? I didn't even finish what I was doing this week.
Okay, we'll finish and then...
Chat lining up. We have the chat lining up to play Borderlands with us. Look at this.
I know.
I love you people.
Fantastic.
All of you follow my YouTube right now.
The entire time.
Jesus Christ, it'll be amazing.
Other than the fact that, well, I've pretty much, like, quit playing ArcAge, it did seriously just make me blah, because as soon as I logged in, like, my entire essence of my soul got ripped from me and just left me a hollowed shell sitting there with, like, the mouse in one hand and keyboard in the other going.
You have a soul?
Wait, no, I'm sorry.
She has one she stole from somebody else.
I do.
It's been rolled through the mud for a while, but it still counts. It's still beat up. It's there.
So no, I've been slowly but surely trying to get into Final Fantasy XIV. I remade a character.
Didn't you already play Final Fantasy XIV before?
Yeah, I actually was, like, to the end of it.
See,
I'm not going to say end-game content, because someone here is going to freak the fuck out on me.
What drove you to go back to that one specifically?
So, I'm going to guess 3 months. Who else wants to get in on this?
We're setting the date.
I'll put 15 on 1 month. I think
Here's the kicker, though.
I'm not betting any money.
The guy that I
place your bets, chat. Place your bets.
The guy that I run a Dark Heresy game with, he's still really big on Final Fantasy, and he's been trying to nudge me into actually playing it again. And they're talking about the new classes that they're introducing, and apparently the Dark Knight, I believe, is going to be one of the new ones.
It's in the new expansion coming.
Yeah, and that is a two-handed tank.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly the shit that I like, and only one other game has done it, and that's that game that I'm not going to go back to because none of my friends will let me, which is why. But, that's...
Hold on, camera couldn't see that.
I could.
There we go.
Get into playing this game. Apparently ninjas are in there now, and they do way too much damage. Like, they're really, really sick good. But,
If I ever played that game and I played ninjas, I would have to sit there with a soundboard from the Ask a Ninja site and just use that in chat constantly, never actually speak.
Because he's a ninja and he always ninjas like this in all his videos.
Well, I mean, he can't exactly... You can't see his lips moving, so he has to do something.
Of course.
Of course, that's the same logic that they use to give Optimus Prime lips, which... fuck Michael
he
Bay.
looked like a monkey. But
Optimus
also,
Prime.
it's a very useful technique because since he can cover his mouth, he can go redub his audio later with a good mic, so he doesn't have to be mic'd up right there. So all he has to do is kill his audio and sort of match it up to the head nodding. Sorry, that's what I do for a living. I ruin things for people because of video.
Right.
But
no, Final Fantasy XIV, the new thing that I've been looking into, which the only thing holding me back right now is Shibo, who is having so many technical difficulties, it's unbearable. And I'm like, dude, I will create a character with you, but he's like, sorry, this account's not linking with this account, and I have to talk to tech support, and hey, someone fucked up the layout.
I will say, what? Who fucked up the layout? Oh,
Alex fucked up the layout.
100 lashes.
There is a problem with this call.
Hey, at least
His newest shipment of hentai came in.
no wonder. It's like, poof, gone. That's what it is.
Alex fucked up the layout.
Like, back when Final Fantasy XIV started, there was... Oh, we can hear it. We can hear it.
What?
But when it started, I know a couple of people that had issues with the game and had to deal with tech support. And dealing with tech support was really bad because then, at that point, they were really overwhelmed because they didn't realize that they'd have that many people at all. It was a very, very rough launch.
No, Alex.
I have a spinny circle.
No, like, Alex just disappeared.
He's poofed.
He poofed.
But, like I said, I would consider it. A, because there's actually a decent community in there. B, I might have friends playing that I'd give a shit about playing with on a couple of different levels, too.
Alex
and
is
the story...
poofed again.
This is my sad face.
Yep.
But the story also doesn't suck. So...
I don't know.
It's a crazy anime story, but...
Yeah.
He blowing up.
I don't know what happened to Alex. Alex was just gone. Alex fucked up the layout.
Fucked up the layout. Then you can fix my YouTube. Because it's not... It's here. It's there.
Yeah,
People
but I'm not putting a giant URL in it.
Just put in Raytog. YouTube. Raytog. And they'll search for Raytog. If you type my name, that's the first thing you find.
That's true.
I'm so happy about that. Whenever it does happen that I get as many subscribers as is required to be able to do the slash, the idea of YouTube / Raytog existing is going to be a terrible thing for the internet, I promise you.
I don't know what's going on with Alex.
So, I see something but I see him not there. Boom! Look at that. Look at those people. They're throwing links out.
I know,
Being awesome.
right? Maybe Alex is back? Maybe? Just maybe? But yeah, no, definitely Final Fantasy is in the works. Final Fantasy 14. It's actually one of those games that I quite enjoyed to the point that I'm actually very sad that I didn't keep with it. Based on the fact that you can actually have up to like up to 40 characters.
Yeah, a bunch. But you only need one.
You only need one, but I mean, they allow you to make a character on every server. And I was like, oh, I should have been like, oh, I'm gonna go to this server and put exclamation point.
But you have game ADD.
I do, but
it's easy to do now. Alex, you're sort of returned?
No.
I see a face palm.
He's not here. He's here but not here. His videos.
He is gone but not gone.
But yeah. Now, other than that, anime, I've been watching a lot of the newer stuff. I finished Dead Man Wonderland last week. Absolutely.
Was that worth it?
That was actually really good. It was on Netflix. And I was surprised the amount of cussing for Netflix. Like, it was... Alex? Hello, Alex? Are you there, Alex?
I'm trying.
Interesting.
Well, your audio is present, so you are here.
Yeah. But yeah, so... It was like... Kind of, what is it? Fuck. The Assassination Classroom or something like that? Not Assassination Classroom.
The thing is like there's everyone's trying to assassinate the main character.
Yeah.
In the high school setting thing.
Yeah. But, it's really like that, but it was definitely decent. Like, I didn't have a problem watching it at all. What was the other thing I finished? I finished another thing. I'm trying to think what it was. Oh, The Devil is a Part-Timer. I finished that.
Oh, I got you hooked on that. I got you hooked on that. Good.
Dude, I was like watching it and then got to the end of it and I was like, that's it? Why is there no more? Like, I was really hoping that there was going to be more of it.
I don't know if they're doing another season or not. But it was funny as hell. And it was the weirdest love story that I've ever seen in my life.
Right? It was just really weird. It was really weird. But
you enjoyed every minute of it, didn't you?
I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. The whole Agami got killed newest episode, oh my god, them feels are real.
Them feels, I know, right?
Oh my god. Log Horizon, again, like, a speech, like, epic speech. Just epic speech. I'm not gonna give that away. Or who did it, or what happened.
That was actually really good, and without giving it away, that was so geared to us in particular, to the people in the chat, to everyone. Like, if you're a gamer and you're watching this show, you're like, congratulations, you realize that there are other people out there like you. And that's cool.
Yeah. It was actually, like, it was really good. There was a couple key points as being someone who raids all the time, or has a raiding background, that I was like, holy fuck, like, this is amazing, like, some of the key points that they had. But, no. Trinity 7 has gotten so fucking weird. Alex! Hi, Alex! How are you, Alex? Are you okay, Alex? He lives!
He just looks dazed, like...
Did you say dazed or tased?
Yes.
Don't tase me, bro.
He just looks dazed and confused.
Dazed and
worse.
I don't understand.
Here it goes. There it goes. It's going to die again.
What is wrong with you, Alex?
I thought I was breaking the internet.
It's my
internet.
The internet here has been getting progressively worse over the last week or so.
Oh. Oh.
What happened is that I was using my phone as a tether. You know, I was using my mobile network and tethering my internet to my computer. But I think like my phone like died somehow, even though like it was plugged into my computer. So now I'm kind of I switched ports, my Wi-Fi adapter to another USB port, so I have no idea if this is going to hold or not, which makes me think it might be my USB port that might be broken. Which sucks because it's a USB 3.0 port.
Yeah.
But if that's
That
the
sucks.
case, I could that's a really loose, no, they're all kind of loose. If that's the case.
You're here now. Don't touch it.
Well, I'm not touching, like, I just plugged in, like, my 360 controller. Just see if it's the port. But I'm not touching the adapter. I think the adapter... Well, I'm not going to say anything for fear of jinxing it, but hope I didn't miss too much.
Nah, we're
Not really.
talking on the Animus.
Animus. But yeah. It's pretty much...
Was there any Animus that were important?
No.
Stuff we've talked about already, pretty much, but in more detail.
Yeah. But no. Final Fantasy 14 is going to be a thing. And it's actually something I can stream because, you know, it's not PvP Farmville. So...
See, that also might be a thing. If I'm getting into the YouTubes, I might as well get into the streamings like you people have asked me to.
Right?
So, that might be a thing.
Is Sword Art Online still shit?
No, actually, Sword Art Online has been
Damn it!
very good.
That's against the natural order.
These last couple episodes were phenomenal.
Really? It's good to know that they're
This
stepping
last
up.
episode was phenomenal. How
much should I skip and where should I start again?
when you start seeing the
Don't
introduction
start it
as
ever.
being Sleeping Nights, that's where you pick it up at. When the introduction is Sleeping Nights, that's when you want to pick it up.
Like, these last few episodes are the things that have been good.
Yeah. This
Okay.
last episode has been absolutely phenomenal, though. And their story arcs are...
No, that's not right.
What?
Hey, they started off strong, and they had the potential. So, yeah, they probably picked it up somewhere in the middle, but what animes don't.
Oh
really.
yeah, they did. Oh yeah, they did.
But no, these story arcs have been extremely well done, like, with just cutting it, so that you can pick up the next arc. And that way, with, like, this current arc, you don't have to know anything, like,
Really?
of, like, the past episodes now. It goes into a whole new arc. That's, like, absolutely phenomenal. But, Asuna is now the main character of the story. Not Kirito.
So, yay! I'm sick of Dritz running around with his... That's what he is!
Did you just say that?
I did just say that.
You who had me play a Dritz character in that one movie you made?
You know what? It's not my fault that somebody got me those stupid fucking prop swords. And it's not my fault you were the only ambidextrous person who could halfway use them right. Leave me alone. And it did also work for the meta. But, yeah, like, Kirito was always pretty much Dritz compared to Shiro, who was always pretty much Dresden. Because all Kirito ever does is just man his way through things. If he can't figure something out, he just fights harder and wins.
Okay.
Like, there's no strategy
your
to it.
typical
There's no
shonen hero.
thought to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly
So
what
he's
it is.
Luffy.
He's
Oh!
So he's Luffy.
yeah.
But I think it wasn't last episode, I think it was the episode before that, or the episode before that, I can't remember because things blur. Kirito actually becomes such a badass in one episode that you get that tingly feeling of, oh my god, I'm finally rooting for him.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm never
There's
having that.
one fucking episode in this entire arc that has happened so far that is literally like, holy fuck, like, this is amazing.
Does he shoot down the rest of his harem like a real man would?
No,
Probably not.
He just comes to Asuna's rescue in a way that is actually very well done. And it's not so much that she needed rescued, which I would have like a horrible issue with. He was just kind of surprise helping. And it worked out. So, but you have to watch it.
I'm gonna have to see it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to see it. But other than that, oh, what was there was a thing of anime that was really good that I was going to talk about. Oh, I can't think of what it was. No, what was it? Oh.
I don't know, but this is an awfully long introduction, and you were yelling at me.
No, we've moved on to the anime.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually always goes straight into anime. I can't think of what it was
No,
though.
it never does. It's always Alex first, but we're almost covering for you. Shut up.
Oh, what was it? Well, no, the last couple times we've gone straight into
Not really.
anime.
Yeah, not really.
No, it didn't. That didn't happen at all. But we're going to act like it did.
We're gonna act like it did. Hush.
We're gonna.
Nope.
See?
Oh, I don't even know what it was now.
Shush.
I don't even know what it was now. But there was something awesome.
It was Cat Shit 1, wasn't it? That was the weirdest piece of anime that I've ever seen. And it's not even really anime, but it's Japanese.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. There was something I was like, I bullet pointed and I lost it. All is lost. No, I do want to say something though. This is going to go straight into Alex's topic of game though.
Okay.
Did any of you guys watch the PlayStation Experience?
No.
I didn't watch it.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
But I kept track of the news.
Okay.
What's the problem?
No, you started like
I probably
really,
know what you're talking about. So.
Really cutting out. That I was like, oh no.
Yeah, cutting out.
No, we got all trolled by Square Enix.
Really?
With the release of Final Fantasy VII.
Hold on. I am so
What's
against
it?
people calling that a troll. Because did you really think they'd do it? Did you honestly think they'd do it?
I've been wanting that most of my adult life, yes.
No. Here's the thing. Here's why
She'll tell you the story.
Here's why I call it trolling and not just them releasing. Okay, so when I tell you, as a person who's introducing this, okay, they're re-releasing Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation 4. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think?
When I hear re-release, I think of port. Like ports.
Re-release would probably the best that I could possibly hope for, if it wasn't just, a straight, like, the PC port, would be, like, the game maybe with some more cinematics in it. Like, updated stuff.
Yeah, no. They're just re-releasing the game. They're literally just taking Final Fantasy VII and releasing it. I'm like, oh, awesome.
It's the PC version.
Yeah,
that's really what they're doing.
Remastered. Yeah. It's going to be like looking like Advent Children. Like, this is going to be awesome.
You had your hopes way too high.
Yeah. But everyone in the audience, you could tell they did too. Because as soon as they were like saw the trailer for it, they were just like...
Yep. That's fine.
Right after that happened, I saw all these articles online. They're like, Square Enix are the biggest trolls ever. They trolled everyone. And I'm like, did you really think that they would completely remake Final Fantasy VII like that? Did you? They didn't do that for Final Fantasy X. They just did an HD remake, and that's just because that's newer technology. Do you know how much work it takes to do that? If they wanted to do that, they would have done it way back when they did that stupid teaser on the PlayStation 3.
It would take an astronomical load of work. But from what I understand, and it is my favorite, it's apparently the favorite of the modern era of Final Fantasy games. It's kind of legendary at this point, which is actually funny because there is a PS4 in my household now, and that also
You should
might
give me your
result
name
in
on
bad
that.
things. I don't have one yet, but I'm still debating whether I want to get my own console for my room also, or if I just want to like pay for another PlayStation Plus account on that console. And if that's the case, that'll be something else to fuck up Cat's layout with. So,
See,
but
the thing is that if they did re-release it, they'd put microtransactions in it because that's what Square Enix has been doing on all their games.
You mean like Ubisoft? Wait, let's not get on that one.
Square Enix and Capcom are sort of like the fallen champions of Japanese gaming. Like, Capcom has tanked. They have been ruining
I haven't
everything.
been following them. I haven't been following. All I know is that Street Fighter V got announced.
Street Fighter
with
V.
the trailer.
Oh god, people got so butthurt over that. They're like, it's only on PlayStation. It's also going to be on PC, so.
It's just not on Xbox. That's happening a lot lately, from what I understand.
Well, the thing with like some people, the same people who were complaining about, well, I guess we're in games now. I guess.
Yeah. Take
Okay.
over.
Well, I'll start with like that. PlayStation Experience. They announced Street Fighter V only on PlayStation and PC, which means it's not an exclusive. There were people who were really, really upset about Rise of the Tomb Raider being a timed exclusive, and then Sony does this, and everyone's like, "Oh, wait, it's okay when Sony does it." And I'm like, "You spoiled, dumb fanboys." And the interesting thing about that is, what?
This is the best phrase that I've ever heard you say, and that needs to be on your tombstone. You spoiled, dumb fanboys. I love it.
Okay.
It's just too good.
Now, the interesting thing about Rise of the Tomb Raider is that the Rise of the Tomb is published by Microsoft. So technically, Microsoft is directly putting money into development. They're not just buying it, which means that there is a chance that Rise of the Tomb come to Sony's console, or at the very least, not come to their console for a long time. So more stuff that came out of PlayStation Experience. Shovel Knight coming to PlayStation consoles, which is great. Definitely play Shovel Knight. Play it. It's amazing. I love it. What else did they say besides Street Fighter V? Saw some new stuff about Metal Gear Solid 5, which I want to play so badly. There was like a selfie trailer where like, I think Big Boss has Revolver Ocelot like in a chokehold, and then he takes out a camera and he like selfies with him. I'm like, that's funny. Come on, that's funny.
What? That's not bad.
It's in the trailer. It's really good. They showed 4, and there was a like Nathan Drake, and this was live. Some people say that this was staged, and like we're doing this to demonstrate that this is real time.
What are you laughing at so much?
Yeah, what are you laughing at?
Oh, aside from the fact he's kind
He
of
was
God.
lagging out, so we started doing the robot.
I just saw you guys doing the robot.
If you're not seeing the lag, so you don't get it. But it's cool, man. Just
Hold on for a second.
did not want to interrupt. Oh, we broke him again.
Oh my god. Welcome back.
Okay, my phone is charging. I was afraid that like the battery was dead, but because it was getting pretty hot.
You reminded me.
Okay. But there was a lot that came out of that showing. They had the limited edition PlayStation 4, which is like that is in the same color as the PlayStation 1, but costs more.
It's kind of cool. It's classic.
It's a
if you're
collector's item. That's really it.
Yeah.
Sold out really fast, obviously. Persona 5 got confirmed for 2015 for North America, and I'm so happy about that because I love Persona.
I'm just honestly, after watching the PlayStation Experience, like, I had a pet peeve where it was like everyone I'd seen that was like Blizzard and Diablo, they were like saying about Diablo 3 and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, you're only here because this is the 20th anniversary of PlayStation. Like, you want your spotlight here. Like, that was it. Like, there were several companies that I saw that were just like, why the fuck are you here? Like, you're not a PlayStation exclusive. Like, you're not even originated on PlayStation. And why are you...
They're there to milk it.
Yeah,
what it is.
A lot of people, I mean, this whole event was to celebrate the PlayStation was 20 years old. Because its birthday was just a while ago. And that's fine, and that's really what it was intended to be. Now, they confirmed after this huge success that, yeah, we're going to be doing this every year now, which is fine. I think that's fine, because one of the great
Everybody gets a convention.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo has their Nintendo Directs, where it's all Nintendo stuff.
Yeah,
now, Sony has a little event that's all Sony. And I mean, that's good, because then you don't have to worry about competition. You just have to show, like, this is what we have. You don't have to worry about what anything else.
Sony Entertainment Live kind of be like PlayStation Experience?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not sure.
At that
I mean,
point, they're getting 2 conventions. Because, I mean, Sony...
Well, this is all PlayStation. That's really what this is.
And
it's
you
all
get a convention. And you get a convention. Everybody gets conventions.
Now, to be fair, there really wasn't anything too new. Like, you know, they show stuff about No Man's Sky, and everyone's like, No Man's Sky looks so amazing. And I'm like, well, what is it?
It's an exploration game.
No one knows what No Man's Sky is.
Because I saw that trailer, and it's like, well, that could be pretty much anything. So
now, here's what I believe about No Man's Sky. It's not going to live up to it. No way. Absolutely no way.
Usually mysterious trailers don't.
Here's why. First of all, people are hyping this up so much. And they're like, yes, it's going to be the greatest game ever. And I'm like, after this year, you're really going to hype a game? After this year? Maybe you should tone it down. Second of all, this is a very small studio. These are indie people, and they're being super, super, super ambitious with this. It's not going to make it. They don't have the manpower.
Well, it's kind of like... They were talking about, oh, well, if you're exploring thousands and thousands and thousands of different places, each place is different. They have different music, different atmospheres, different things. And I'm like, if there's thousands and thousands and thousands, don't you eventually see a repeat of it?
Well, like, I think they're... See, that's the thing. We don't know what this is. We don't know actually what is going on in this game. It
looks like an exploration game. That's all it looks like. Like, that's it. Like, that's all I've seen from the trailers. I'm watching their, what was it? Like, a 2-hour event of going through the game, and it was like, I forget what they called it. It was like Under No Man's Sky or something like that.
Yeah.
It literally looked like an exploration game. Like, you picked up different information, you got to explore things, and it's like, who found what, and who did this, and they're like, we're really trying to integrate, like, being able to like stream this and YouTube video this of like all your different planets, and then we're kind of trying to get it as a community and being like, hey, what did you discover, and then how did you find it, and then they want like other people to discover it, and then get into a competition with your friends of, oh, I discovered this many planets, like, are you discovering this many planets? And
well, there are 2 problems with that. First of all, that sounds really boring. Like, I'm like, you don't do anything. You're just wandering. That's why I hated this game that I was talking about earlier, the Old City. You don't do anything. You're just looking around, and that's dumb. At least in Minecraft, when you're exploring, you're actually doing something. You're getting resources.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, if this isn't going to be procedurally generated, where it's random everything, considering how many people are going to be playing it, eventually they're going to find everything. And because PlayStation Network's a pretty big network, a lot of people use it, and if everyone is getting at it, I have a feeling that eventually you're going to find everything. Eventually. I know, like, it seemed like there's a bazillion things, and I'm like...
I think they said, like, they actually estimated how long it would take to completely map out this entire game, and it was, like, something above, like, 2 or 3 lifetimes. Like, they were saying it's like, oh, there's always a possibility, it's always going to be random. Like there's thousands and thousands of stars in this galaxy, and then you go to the next galaxy, and I'm like,
just that it's way too ambitious for such a small studio. It's
something
too
like that,
big of an idea.
Unless I can lead an armada of Orky warships across this thing and conquer all of those rocks, I'm going to be less interested on it. I mean,
if there's going to be something that you can actually do in this game,
yeah,
then I can kind of see where it's going. But right now, I'm just like, this is an idea game. I have not seen anything that can make it get anywhere away from an idea game. So PlayStation, they confirmed finally, Yakuza 5 is finally getting North American release. People have been wanting Sega to release that out of Japan for so long, but they haven't done it. So they finally said, fine, we're going to release Yakuza 5. Because Yakuza series is a pretty interesting series. Really, really fun for PlayStation. Lots of indie stuff. Grim Fandango remastered, all this Double Fine stuff. I don't give a shit about any of that. I really don't care about Double Fine.
There's a lot of stuff coming from indie developers right now. Like, for PlayStation that I was looking at. And a lot of it seems like slice of life type stuff. Did you watch the one where you're like a miner and you go to different towns and they're kind of playing on the Minecraft element of you have to find resources, you have to pick stuff up, and you have to take it back to the town? It really seemed like it was
not SteamWorld Dig, right? Because I like SteamWorld Dig, and that's actually been released on a bunch of systems right now.
I don't think so. Like,
I love that. But
I can't think
Sony has been commanding the indie scene. They was really smart of them to go after that after Microsoft kind of did their parity clause. So Sony's like, okay, we got all these. We're going to say you can release. And the problem with the parity clause with Microsoft is that they said, hey, if you want to put an indie game on our system, you have to release it on our system at the same time as all the other systems. You can't release it on one system first and then have it later, or we won't take it. And a lot of indies said, yeah, that's kind of bullshit. We want to put it on whatever consoles we want, and if you don't want, and Microsoft said, okay, fine, don't cooperate. And they're like, fine, we won't put our game on your system at all. And that's been hurting a lot of indies on Xbox, but PlayStation has been extremely open to new ideas. I mean, they got Journey, they got Unfinished Swan, they have all of these really creative ideas, and with AAA completely ruining all of the smaller B games, the indies are cheap, they're experimental, they don't have much to lose, so they can afford to kind of break color outside the lines like that. Now, as far as how many indies I'm really excited about, like, I don't care about Grim Fandango Remastered. I don't care about a re-release of Day of the Tentacle. A lot of these games have already been released.
Wait. You don't care about Day of the Tentacle?
Not really.
Sorry, man. Had to.
He's
not really.
For a half
I'm sorry. I do not care about Day of the Tentacle. And I know what you're trying to do.
Trying. I think it succeeded.
You are.
Would you not?
But like, they're putting Bastion on the PlayStation 4, and I'm like, who doesn't own Bastion on something?
Me. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Get it on Steam. It's like $2 or something. It goes on sale all the time.
Or something?
Bastion plays a lot like Legend of Zelda does.
Oh, yeah, it's like RPG cool. Zelda.
Yeah, it's actually decent. It's a lot of fun. It's very whimsical.
It's fun. It's really good. But the indies, we've been getting way too many ports. I mean, all it's like, we're gonna put Saints Row 4 on PlayStation 4, and I'm like, the game just came out. We're gonna put all these games that were from on PlayStation 3 and 360, and now they're just bringing them over, and I'm like, don't do that. That's a waste of time. So PlayStation Experience had a lot going for it, and and it was okay. I think Sony can kind of hype it up a little bit with the new stuff. There wasn't too much new stuff. Other than that, there was the Game Awards, which was sort of the successor to the Spike TV Game Awards, but this one was not on Spike TV. This was only online. So no stupid commercials, even though the entire thing was rather commercialized. It was
It's a Game Awards.
This was run by Jeff Keighley. He took it he had the money out of his pocket and said, I want to do a Game Awards. Now, if you don't know who Jeff Keighley is, he is the guy dubiously called Dorito Pope. He's sort of notorious. He's sort of notorious for kind of revealing that the commercialism behind games journalism. Like there was some sort of deal with Doritos and Mountain Dew, so people would always edit this picture of him dressed in this orange cloak made of Doritos, holding giant jugs of Mountain Dew with a Pope hat on.
The Dorito Pope. It was the Potato Pope before, and now it's...
Now, Jeff Keighley isn't a bad guy, but that kind of instilled a lot of lack of confidence in him. But the Game Awards was finally a chance to get out of this bro Joel McHale nightmare of the Game Awards. And was there anything really new to show? There were a few things. First of all, at the very end, they showed some footage from the upcoming Zelda Wii U game. This was never before seen. And, you know, in case you don't know, the new Zelda is supposed to be quote-unquote open world. It's basically going to be like a 3D representation of the first Zelda where you could go to any dungeon you wanted any way you wanted. My interpretation of that was the game looks beautiful, but from what they showed it looks rather empty.
I was going to say, wasn't technically Ocarina of Time kind of open world?
No, but I mean, I don't know if this is like a late... They want to release this game by the end of 2015, and I hope that isn't a final version that we're seeing, because it looks pretty empty. I have my share of skepticism. I honestly think that judging by all of their other work, it's not going to be that empty. I think there's going to be a lot going on. But what they showed kind of looked a little bleak. It looked like it had the J.J. Abrams effect, where there was bloom everywhere.
So Assassin's Creed Unity?
Well, not that broken. I mean, there was a lot of bloom, and it looked sharp. I mean, it was clearly an HD Zelda, which was great. So we're gonna need to wait and see on that. I think it'll be fine. I'm optimistic because I think that Nintendo, Miyamoto, and Aonuma have been working very hard on this, and I think it's gonna be good. There really wasn't the only other thing that I saw worthy of note at the Game Awards was King's Quest. They're gonna be remaking that. The people who worked on the original King's Quest have sort of the man and the woman who originally created Sierra are sort of passing down the franchise to some new faces. And the trailer looks good. It looks it's sort of like that old school Dragon's Lair kind of animation. It looks really good. Overall, though, there really wasn't any shock and awe. I mean, there was Imagine Dragons teamed up with Koji Kondo at the end of the show to play like a little... First, they were playing like the Zelda theme, and then they sort of moved on in this little acoustic version of that Imagine Dragons song, It's Time. And I'm like, this is weird seeing Imagine Dragons do this. Because Imagine Dragons is kind of...
I was shocked that didn't actually happen for the PlayStation experience was Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I don't know what to say about Kingdom Hearts because they keep changing the engines, so I don't really know if that's going to come out anytime soon.
I do believe I heard a bit of Kingdom Hearts news in that they did announce that the other Disney licenses, i.e. Marvel
and Star Wars,
are applicable for Kingdom Hearts, and they're going over what would fit and what would not fit for the story that they want to do. So we're probably going to see at least something of that.
I think Star Wars would fit better than like a Marvel medley. It would kind of be cool if you were if
Leia
Sora
as a
got
Disney.
if Sora got
Leia
like
Disney princess.
If Sora got Spider-Man as a party member, that would kind of be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they do Marvel, as long as they keep it like low, like they don't just like unload everything on there. Get like
Yeah, don't do like
guys,
Avengers. They kind of got
like
save some of those franchises for the next Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Star Wars would fit in a little bit better.
Yeah, I do too.
Than what Marvel would.
Mm-hmm.
But also on top of that, it'd be interesting to see if Sora got a lightsaber.
He'll be like in his dumb cloak like Mickey was in Kingdom Hearts 2.
I bet you Mickey gets a damn lightsaber. That'd be
It would be cool to see like Yoda and Mickey back to back fighting the same way.
Dude.
Because a lot of people, when they first saw Mickey in Kingdom Hearts 2, they're like, oh my god, he looks just like Attack of the Clones era Yoda. And I know a lot of people don't like that era Yoda. They kind of like old school Yoda. But if they were like, remember that scene in Kingdom Hearts 2 where like Cloud and Squall were both back to back and fighting Heartless? If it was Yoda and Mickey, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Square Enix. Money
do it.
Square Enix doesn't
I'll bet you money that the Keyblades will be able to block lightsabers and vice versa.
You'll get a special Keyblade that is a lightsaber. Like cool. Sort of like the lightsaber in the Force Awakens trailer, only shaped like a Keyblade. Dude, I heard
you like lightsabers, so I put some lightsabers on your lightsaber.
Yeah, I've seen people like.
Did you see Colbert defending that and how that works?
I didn't see that, but I heard he did.
Oh yeah, he went off and he like out Star Wars most of the Star Wars fans. That was pretty impressive.
I just care about the beam katana.
Why am I not shocked? Stephen Colbert goes off about something nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically, that is not actually part of my movie news, but that was pretty cool because that has happened since our last podcast.
So I have like just one more story, and it's kind of been culminating in a lot of Twitter drama. Grand Theft Auto 5 got removed from Target and Kmart out in Australia, so our friend Carthnell will not be able to play it. Now,
maybe they banned him too. That's why he's not here.
The problem with this is that they were given there was a petition written by a former porn star who thought that this game was like violence against women kind of thing. So Target eventually took it off their shelves, and of course, and like this didn't we kind of deal with this back in the 90s with this Jack Thompson guy, and he kind of messed up, and like eventually it just worked. Like, it worked itself out. Like, this stuff never works in the long run. Now, and of course, a lot of people are upset about this. And quite frankly, I think taking it off the shelf for that reason is a stupid idea because there's no evidence supporting that it directly causes this problem.
Doesn't matter. Bajillions of customers wanted it that way. And that's the beginning and end of it. They want money.
I mean, Total Biscuit made a really big video about why this is a completely ridiculous idea, and of course, people are saying that I mean, that's another thing. Total Biscuit, there was a category at the Game Awards like Trending Gamer, and Total Biscuit won. And of course, then people start sending death threats to him and saying that he needs to die of his cancer because he has cancer. And I'm like,
oh my,
way to go, folks! You know, you're representing that very progressive, socially incentivized nature. How about you not do that? That's kind of stupid. Makes you look bad. So he made a video about this, and I think that there are a lot of things to keep in mind here. First of all, Australia is notorious for this kind of stuff. They are very, very, very big on their little bans. And I very much feel for Carthnell. I mean, even though they have a rating that makes it illegal to sell this to anyone under that age, they still think that this should happen, and I think that's dumb because you already have a law in place. The second thing that bothers me is I already said it. There's no evidence supporting that it directly causes it. Just like there's no evidence saying that Grand Theft Auto will make you kill someone. There's no evidence. It's been proven over and over again. Now a lot of people are saying that this is like, you know, They quote unquote say the SJWs have found a way to ban the games. Now, I don't agree that the game should have been taken off shelves, but this really isn't a ban. And here's my examination. Target and Kmart, which are owned by the same company in Australia, take this off their shelves. The people who want to play Grand Theft Auto 5 will just go to another store. They'll just go to another company. And when Target realizes that they're starting to lose money from customers who are going to other stores with this, they'll probably change their mind. If the money's
and lose.
And if they don't lose enough money, well, whatever, just go to another store, support the stores that have it. I don't really think that this is going to have any long-lasting consequences. I don't think that, because eventually, once every game, quote unquote, gets banned, then everyone's going to realize, okay, this is enough. We want to play Grand Theft Auto 5, and some journalists I know are actually defending Australia's decision to do it and celebrating, and I'm like, no, don't celebrate it. Don't celebrate censorship. Don't do that. And the interesting thing is,
all that is bad in the world.
I don't like censorship, and I'm like, and this is what cracks me up. I just saw an article on IGN that said, from the Take-Two CEO, the publisher of Grand Theft Auto 5, said, if you don't like GTA 5, don't buy it. And I'm like, that's what everyone's been saying forever.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I just think that this is going to pass. Target will either be completely unaffected and everyone can buy their game elsewhere, or Target's going to realize that they're losing money from this and they'll just do things. I don't think that this is going to have any long-lasting consequences. Sorry, the people who are going after the SJWs. I don't agree with a lot of their ideas, but I don't think that this is going to be I don't think that this is going to ruin gaming, so settle down.
Gaming is already kind of ruined in Australia. It's like double the expense that it is out over here, and they don't get the games until way later usually. Same with movies. So, I mean, that's not going to really affect the industry too much, since there's so many adverse situations coming out of Australia anyways, just naturally by the nature of, bureaucracy there.
Yeah, a lot of people think that there's just this desire to try and censor certain things, and it's making developers hesitant to put a lot of scantily clad females in their games, or people of their alternate sexualities. But the interesting thing about Bayonetta is that Kamiya is like, I don't give a shit. I am making this game how I want. I don't care what you say. And good on him, because Bayonetta 2 is an amazing game. Yep. I love it. So it's unfortunate. And if this did have long-lasting consequences, I think we're going to realize that it's a bad thing before it gets unfixable. So that's kind of the big gaming news, and nothing really coming out this week. I don't think, nothing of note, because it's kind of the end of the year, so all of the big releases are already out.
The sales are up, but that's about it.
So next, we doing TV?
TV and movie.
Not too much TV. What do we got? Like 20 minutes left, something like that.
No, we have more.
3 pieces.
We started pretty late.
Yeah, we started later.
Okay. All right. Well, I really only got 3 things.
We have exactly 37 minutes.
Okay. So, excluding the whole Star Wars Force Unleashed, which has happened since the last thing we did. The trailer looks pretty cool. Broadsword, lightsaber, whatever. I mean, it sort of would kind of maybe work. Whatever, it looks cool, and that's the only thing anyone's talking about from that trailer anyways. As far as movie news goes, speaking of trailers, oh my gosh, Terminator trailer.
Which Terminator
movie?
Thing. Is it 1990 again?
Yeah, it's weird talking about the Terminator in 2014.
That's right,
Star
Terminator
Wars,
movie.
Jurassic Park, Terminator.
Seriously, is it the 90s again and no one told me?
Right.
It is.
Am I 16
Maybe this will make
again?
all those 90s
I'm okay
kids shut up.
So, not only did this trailer have both I'll be back and come with me if you want to live, I can't really peg this to be crap yet, which kind of worries me, and I'm going to have to see this, and I'm probably going to laugh at a really crappy movie and laugh the whole time, and I'm probably going to enjoy it, though.
I'm probably going to go watch it with you.
Probably. I'm probably dragging as many people as I can, because it's going to be fun. This is the first Terminator that's actually really dicking a lot with time travel. Because the other Terminator
time travel in movies, it's so confusing.
Yeah, but this...
Try dealing with it in physics.
Terminator has dealt with time travel since the start. And that's the thing. And people have been saying, oh, why is Arnold all old in this and stuff?
Because he's old in real life.
Well, this movie actually didn't even get started until James Cameron came in and dropped this ball in the discussion room. He went, the Terminator is living tissue over metal endoskeleton, right? What if there was a Terminator that was badass enough to, not die for 50-odd years? Wouldn't that living flesh get old? And then he just left the room, and the writers went crazy. That's pretty much how discussion started. So the premise of this is...
So the Terminators are now the Jem'Hadar. It might be anyone who watched a lot of Deep Space Nine back in the day.
By the way, chat just said, Tioger, there's no way you were 16 in the 90s.
Yeah, 1996. Who in the chat said that?
Mark.
Okay.
Mark Fusion.
Chat can't count. You gotta take out your fingers, and then if he gets over 10, you gotta take out your toes.
Either he was making a joke saying that I was really, really old, in which case, you need to be more creative on that one. Or, yeah. I was 16 in 96, man.
So, the premise for Terminator Genesis, spelled wrong with a Y, is they send Kyle Reese back in time like he's supposed to, and Emilia Clarke from, Game of Thrones? Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Is young... oh, God.
Sarah Connor.
Like he's a young Linda Hamilton, but the kicker is she does a perfect impression of her voice. That's the thing that drives me nuts. She has no accent, and she has a perfect impression of, young Linda Hamilton's voice, which freaks me out. And apparently, there was a Terminator in this new timeline this movie creates that went back, saved her ass already, and now she's already kind of a soldier. So this movie jumps between Terminator 1 timeline, Terminator 2's timeline. It looks like there was an Asian T-1000 in the trailer. Arnold jumps out of a plane and smashes through another plane. So
oh wow.
It looks like it's going to be wild. And so for all of you time travel fans and whatnot, you guys do know that the Doctor's in this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Smith is in this movie.
Yep. Matt Smith.
But it has not been determined who he is. He's not in the trailer. His character has not been released. It's not even on the IMDb page. So he's going to be a surprise no matter what happens, which will be interesting. So that's another thing for Whovians and whatnot. So speaking of tuxedos and bow ties and stuff, they have announced the stuff for the 24th James Bond movie.
Oh, dear God.
That happened.
Another one?
Yeah.
They're going to keep making James
Yeah, they're going to keep making those as long as there's people to play him.
Yeah.
And there will always be people to play him.
It's going to be Daniel Craig, just from the last ones.
I think he's a good James Bond, though. I think he does a good job.
He does a pretty good one.
Because there was that era where they kind of started avoiding I'm James Bond, I'm super suave ladies man spy. And they kind of got him into a more active spy role.
Bond.
Yeah.
What are you smiling about, Kat?
Someone in chat goes, I'd be like, Doctor Who?
That's a terrible joke. They should be ashamed of that.
That joke was bad, and you should feel bad.
It was bad before they even said it.
The only real piece of note with this James Bond movie...
Kat, why are you shoving your chest in your camera?
Because it's Doctor Who shirt.
I know it's the Doctor's. Why are you doing that?
Because it's the Doctor's, and he made a Doctor. Never mind.
You're pandering to the. Wait a second. We'll get more viewers that way.
Oh.
You shut your damn mouth. Besides, the new.
Do that more.
Car
We need more people.
And whatnot. The notable thing in this particular James Bond movie is it's going to have possibly the oldest Bond girl so far, because Monica Bellucci is in this movie, who is 50. Still smoking pot.
Right?
somehow.
Deal with the devil.
Probably.
Like Iggy Pop. Well, aside from his face. His face missed out on the deal, but the rest of him.
Batista from Guardians of the Galaxy is in this too. So, and Naomi Harris is still Moneypenny. And this one is actually, if anybody's familiar with the older Bond movies or the novels, this one's actually based on Spectre. That's actually the name of the movie too. So, secret spy organization that are the bad guys, if you didn't know. Here's that. And always with my segment, it usually comes around to comic book, TV, and or movies. The last episodes of Flash and Arrow had crossovers, which was cool. If you caught it, it's worth it. Watch them, they're fun. But as far as movies goes, I am worried because they have announced the cast for Suicide Squad, which is a thing. If people don't know what that is...
Are we getting a Harley?
You're getting a Harley. You're getting a Joker, too, which worries the shit out of me.
Who is it?
What is this?
Suicide
Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Which is pretty
Jared
much
Leto,
like
right? Isn't
like
Jared Leto
DC.
playing the Joker?
Yes, Jared Leto is playing the Joker.
Who the hell's
Great.
that?
I'm just expecting the Joker to just belt out and start singing like, "We're the kings and queens of Gotham."
Yeah.
30 Seconds to Mars joke.
Jared Leto, who has as long hair as I do, he was in Lords of War, is in Dallas Buyers Club, Chapter 27. He was in Panic Room. Girl Interrupted Americans. He was Paul
You're listing
Allen
off a bunch of things
American
that I've
Psycho.
never seen.
American Psycho.
Oh, okay. Who was he in American Psycho?
Paul Allen.
Oh, the one he kills with the axe. Spoilers.
Try
getting a table with doors. He says now. Yeah.
He was also in Fight Club and The Thin Red Line. So he's been doing stuff for a while. Harley Quinn is going to be played by Margot Robbie, who I don't have any idea.
That name is familiar. I think she's in something.
She's in Wolf on Wall Street. She played Naomi. She was in ICU. And not too much, apparently. She's a new actress.
Yeah.
The thing that kills me, all right, get this. Deadshot, who, if you're familiar with DC, he's like one of the world's greatest snipers.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith.
I heard about that. That'll be interesting.
Pisses me off.
And I just have to do it. DC Comics. Ding!
With it.
Right.
Let's have a sniper and just get with it.
Jai Courtney is going to play Boomerang. Tom Hardy is going to be Rick Flag, and I have no idea who the hell that is. And Carla Delevingne.
Ric Flair?
I don't know. And Carla Delevingne is playing Enchantress, who is another one that I'm actually not familiar with. So we got Jared Leto as a Joker and Will Smith as Deadshot. I'm worried as hell. It's going to be written and directed by David Ayer, which is the guy who did Fury. The tank movie, the Brad Pitt tank movie.
Suicide Squad, Will?
Yeah. And executive produce is actually going to Zack Snyder and a couple other goons that I haven't seen anything from. So that's going to be a thing.
I'm just happy there's a Harley.
There's that. Oh, and since last time, they have officially confirmed that Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool movie happening. Yeah. No way around it. It is happening. I mean,
no way around it. You can't get out of it.
You can't get out of it now. And
didn't he say something like, if they cast somebody else, he'll stab that person?
Yeah, he's been kind of like...
In character, yes.
A knife fight versus people who want to play Deadpool. I'd watch it.
I don't know that many people who could do it as well, because while the movie was awful, while he still had his mouth open, he did a really good job at the start of the movie.
before they, covered his mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Deadpool's known for catchy one-liners or anything.
No, not at all. But, he's been kind of on board to do that for a long time, and he's been wanting to go off the leash a long time because he was so restrained by Fox and what he could say and what he couldn't say. So
he had his fun in, what was it, Blade Trinity.
Yeah, he was a super dick in that movie. He did pretty good.
That movie is actually why I always thought he would play a good Deadpool.
Yeah.
Is it sad that that's probably my favorite Blade movie out of the franchise?
Not really, because there was some people that had character development in them. I mean,
I'm a dark brute.
I was bone ready, motherfucker. Every good line that he's had, Wesley Snipes in those movies, the term motherfucker is always in it. Because the only other good line was, some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill.
God, I forgot about that one. That was a good one.
It's so bad. Like, those are super cheesy movies. But as a reminder, that was actually one of the first Marvel movies that weren't a cheese fest, that didn't suck. They were actually one of the first Marvel movies in modern day that ever occurred. And on top of that, with an R rating. There haven't been very many others to do that. One Punisher movie, the first was PG-13. One Ghost Rider movie, the first was PG-13. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Josh, have you seen chat?
Everybody hates Ryan Reynolds. Ant-Man, I don't know about Ant-Man. The last I'd heard is officially on. The development hell is done. So
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. You get into the comics, he was a Avenger for a while. There were actually two of them. One of them was kind of an asshole, but he was really smart. And in the comics, he's actually the guy who built Ultron, who's the villain for the next Avengers movie. But they're not using him because he's an asshole. So you get your second one, who is actually more of a funny guy. His whole power, besides being able to Aquaman-esque talk to insects, is he was a scientist and he can shrink and get bigger. This particular one used the whole shrinking thing to jump into women's cleavage to give you an idea of the personality. But he's kind of a douche. He's kind of like Deadpool in that he doesn't take stuff seriously. But we'll see. It's probably going to be another Guardians of the Galaxy-esque quasi-serious adventure flick. But that's in the works. Speaking of these... Thank you, chat, for reminding me about Marvel stuff. Since the last cast, Doctor Strange did get officially cast as Benedict Cumberbatch.
Of course they did. It's not that it is like him or anything. It's just like, seriously, you realize you're typecasting him, right? Then again, as Christopher Walken said, so what's wrong with typecasting?
What's wrong with typecasting? Which, okay... So, I live in a house with gay guys, right? You guys do realize that Christopher Walken played Captain Hook on live TV recently, right?
Oh god, that thing.
Was fucking hilarious. I watched like 5 minutes of it. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Driving a pirate ship. Kidnapping children. It's like Tuesday. But, yeah, it's pretty much movie and TV news. But, yeah, I don't know, what else is... I don't think anything else really of big interest happened. Constantine is doing all right. I think the show's actually getting better, but the ratings aren't super top dog right now, so there's actually a big hashtag Save Constantine thing going on.
Of course the ratings aren't that big. It's a good show.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so episode 1, I challenge all of you people to do this. Go back and watch episode 1 of Constantine, if you can. He throws down a business card at one point. It's actually got a real phone number on it. You can call it, and you will get John Constantine's answering machine. And he is a dick to you. It's not just some 555 number.
Nice.
They just throw it down for a second. You have to pause it to like write it down and see it. So it's pretty cool. Check it out. It's funny. Oh yeah, people are yelling about Hobbit. Hobbit's happening soon. When's the release date on that?
The 17th.
So like next week? Yeah, it's like almost a week from today.
Tuesday, midnight 16th.
Yep.
Yep.
That's happening.
Yep.
And they're supposed to be...
Hey, I literally just watched my calendar switch from 9 to 10. Because I had it open when the time changed, and I'm like...
That just happened.
It switched from 9 to 10.
But, that's happening. And for people who are going to see that, they have dropped that several very, very big trailers are supposed to be attached to Hobbit because it's got such a high, tracking number.
Right.
So we'll see what new stuff is coming in the new year, probably in the Hobbit trailer, and those will be things to get excited about. I suspect a new Avengers trailer. I suspect more Terminator. I suspect a lot of stuff. But yeah, Jurassic Park was a thing. But we went over that one last time. That's the 90s all over again.
Good luck getting the song out of your head.
You son of a bitch.
Blame the nostalgia critic.
It's not a talk show stream, so I didn't want to engage them there. What's the topic? As far as streaming content, Twitch is a website where you can watch games. There's a wide variety of gaming content. I know. We'll see if so what is...
What's the problem?
I'm confused.
Oh, someone asking about the guidelines for Twitch and what should be considered as gaming content and watching game content and talk. I imagine it's because we're in gaming talk shows right now.
Probably. We're getting semi-botted.
No, not really. Because he was like, well, Airsoft flirts with the sport/game line, and he's probably wondering whether video games or gaming or sports. I watched a fantasy football league do a talk show on Twitch.
Ah! Hey,
and
how bored were you? Sorry, I know you don't give a rat's behind about football.
Cardinal!
What?
Cardinal here, and he goes, "Oh my god, my new picture is adorable."
What's up, Garth? Get on the Skype. Get your ass in here, fool. You and your little licky thing. I'm gonna fuck up the layout. Come on, let's do it.
This is a gaming site for gaming streams, so if game topics are not cool for your podcast, then I don't understand why it's on Twitch, lol. Huh. Not sure. I was gonna say, in particular to us, we go through I Am Anime News, Alex's Gaming News, Ray Taga's TV and Movie, and it all ends up linking back into video games. So...
Yeah, because we're
nerds.
Yeah.
Because we're nerds.
Nerds.
Or gaming of general.
Just we're nerds.
So, but yeah. But
Garth is jumping in. Keep an eye out for him. He says he'll be right there.
But we only have 15 minutes.
I don't care. I want my kangaroo. Shut up.
Yeah, really.
We'll mess up the layout for this. Look at that sad face. I did that. Feel a small sense of pride. But, so, okay, that's TV and movie news. You got anything, Jeremy?
He's talking about Shadowrun. 15 minutes worth of Shadowrun.
15 minutes worth of Shadowrun. Okay. So, for those who don't know what Shadowrun is, look it up. No.
Fantasy cyberpunk.
What is Shadowrun?
okay, Shadowrun came about in the late 80s. It was a pen and paper RPG based off the idea of high fantasy plus cyberpunk.
Oh no, layout's all screwed up now.
Cyberpunk is sort of a...
Jeremy has been pushed over.
It's usually set about 20 to 30 years in the future. Typically, it has a dystopian type future to it. A lot of times you have...
Mnemonic. That's a good example.
Johnny Mnemonic, Minority Report, oddly enough, Demolition Man, which is a freaking Stallone movie of all things.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd, in some ways, is kind of a cyberpunk movie. Typically, humans are enhanced by cybernetics at some point. There's usually some sort of people plugging their brains into computers kind of thing. And typically you have corporations, though sometimes it is governments or kind of the same thing, that are in charge of everything, and it's sort of totalitarian.
That's terrible.
The scary thing about cyberpunk is that a lot of aspects of cyberpunk that was written in the late 80s, early 90s has kind of come
Jeremy,
true.
You're all up on me in the chat.
I know. Because cards will come in. There's literally, like... The entire layout just got screwed.
Squeeze them in.
Oh, well.
Like, you guys completely, fucked the layout.
I'll deal with it.
We live to make your life interesting. So that's cyberpunk. High fantasy is like your standard Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure my camera just died. Sorry.
So you've got advanced cybernetics alongside an elf who's casting spells. So it makes for an interesting setting. It makes for a setting with a lot of variables. It is set up so that a lot of big mega corporations kind of control the world. Odd spin on it is that the thing that brought magic back, because it's not set up as a world that always had magic, was a group of shamans from one of the Native American tribes got together and decided to do a big old dance, and they kind of forced magic to come back early.
Whoa.
And, so essentially what happened in the process of this is they kind of took back, I want to say, about 70% of North America. Actually, no. If we're including what happened in Canada and Mexico, it's more like it. Yeah, it's probably closer to 80%.
Mexico's bad in that.
So, yeah, Mexico is now Aztlan, which is the Aztecs reborn, which wouldn't be bad, except there are creepy people who got into power and kind of took over, which is unfortunate. But
the Aztec human sacrifice thing is still kind of in practice. So.
Yeah, kind of. So it's a really interesting setting. What you play as the player is something called a Shadowrunner, which is basically, since corporations are as big as countries, actually bigger than most countries, they can't flat out go to war with one another, because if they did, there'd be a huge corporate war, mutually assured destruction, and just no one would make any money, and it would just be a terrible thing. So they don't
You can turn your Cardinal on. You can turn it on.
I was like, hey, chat, should I turn it back on again and fuck with the layout?
You can turn your Cardinal back on. Like, go on.
Like, I'm pretty sure I fixed it. Should I fuck with it right now?
Go on.
Why not? Why not?
It's trying. I mean, it's old, and it's like, I can do it. I think. Come on.
Go on.
It's trying to load. I don't know what's going on right now.
It's all good. It's better than a flicking kangaroo.
Yeah.
How is everybody?
Hi.
We're all good, and Mark is glad that Tio finally has the floor. You have fans.
Carthel is talking, and all I see is a licking kangaroo.
I mean, that's what we do all day anyway, so, like, it's all good.
Oh, it's harsh.
Continue, Jeremy, for...
Where was I? Because I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Well, you're in the middle of them taking, the country or most of America.
Okay. Oh, right. So the corporations don't want to start a corporate war, so instead they hire Shadowrunners to go in and do their dirty work for them. Of course, the bad thing about being an unattributable asset is you are an expendable asset by definition, which gets into some fun things sometimes. More for me than for the players, but they can't have everything.
He's a dick.
That's what I'm paid for, even though I don't get paid.
It's like the one game you're allowed to be a dick as a DM. So, I mean, go nuts.
No, there's World of Darkness. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is kind of, the definition of it is be a dick. Maybe that's what I should do my section on until I actually have time to do research on science stuff to bring to you guys. I can just do /roleplay, like pen and paper stuff.
There you go.
That's cool.
Pick a game every week and go over it.
I was going to say,
so Shadowrun.
pretty soon, I'll probably be up there for RPGs. Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully.
So, essentially, you get hired to go in and do something. Go in, break this thing. Go in, retrieve this thing. Go in, retrieve this person.
Cool.
So it gets a little more complicated than your standard, smash and grab. Which I like a lot more myself, but not every table is into that, so I kind of have to roll with the punches on that one. And come up with damage codes for dumpsters. Raytog, I'm looking at you. Actually, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. I'm kind of looking at the CAD file. I've got to finish. But anyway, so Shadowrun's been through a lot of editions. What we're doing right now is a hybrid between the second and third editions because I know those rules the best, and I've got too much other crap on my mind right now to learn a new damn game. So we're doing that kind of hybrid. It's set in about the 2050s. The nice thing is I start all my campaigns off in the early 2050s because there's source material going up through, I think, either, 2075, 2080 now? What is 5th edition, Raytog? I know you've got the books.
It's late 70s, I think.
Okay. So that's a lot of time for me to, explore with, have fun, play with. And there are some real... most gaming systems, I do not like prefab games. I've never liked them. But there are a couple in Shadowrun that are really cool, and starting at that time period lets me actually go through those instead of having to skip them. There are a couple different character classes, for lack of a better term, but the game really doesn't have classes the way most people would think of them. It's a lot more like Secret World, which is one of the reasons I loved Secret World.
Yeah, Secret World is a lot like that.
You do not start off with a character class. You have a certain number of points and you use them to build a character, and certain things cost more. You want to start off with a big chunk of money, you got to put points into it. You want to start off with ability and magic, you got to put points into it. And you can technically have someone with cyberware and magic, but they balance the system out by having magic be impeded by any cyberware you implant into your body. So it makes it possible, but difficult. There's a lot of juggling that has to go on if you really want to do that. And it also keeps people from being too twinked out. And for people who don't know that term, that twink or munchkining when it comes to gaming is basically someone who sits down and crunches numbers to figure out how to make the most absolutely broken, all-powerful character in the game. And typically it ruins somebody's fun.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
it always will.
Sometimes it's just the GM whose fun gets ruined, but, GMs are people too. we have dark, bitter souls, but we are people too.
I'm running a game now, so I can't talk.
Yeah. You're running a freaking game that has like a sanity stat. Anybody who runs a game that has any form of sanity stat has no room to talk.
Oh, give me time. It'll be good.
But anyway, so it makes for a lot of interesting balance issues. They did a pretty good job of balancing different types of magic, but also with the technology.
I only just started playing Earthdawn like last month. Kind of fun.
Well, The cool thing about Earth Dawn is, and I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm assuming most of the people we're talking to right now don't know it. Earth Dawn was also created by the same company that did Shadowrun originally. And the way they originally set it up, we are currently living in the 5th world. Shadowrun takes place in the 6th, Earth Dawn was the 4th. So those creepy Aztec people I was talking about in Shadowrun, the blood magic they're doing, they're trying to bring the horrors back.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, they're kind of...
Hearth knows.
Yeah.
Why would you want those
reaction
back?
To that statement. Why does the Cult of the Cult of the Great Hunter, that's what I was trying to think of. Have you run into those assholes yet? They're people who worship Vergigorm. Do you know who Vergigorm is?
I have not run into that yet either.
Okay, Vergigorm is a horror that was only in for a very short period of time during the Last Awakening because the magic level just doesn't get high enough. All of the Elder Great Dragons, when Vergigorm showed up, took a vacation to the other side of the planet.
Fuck.
He's called the Great Hunter because he hunts great dragons.
Fuck.
There's a cult
Jeremy,
dedicated to him.
2076 is the
2076. Okay.
Is the current time that they've made it up to.
Yeah. There's the Cult of the Great Hunter. And have you run into the what they call them in Earth Dawn, the Inve?
No, not yet. I've only played 3 sessions. I run into a horror. Almost everybody died. Nope, never heard of them.
Okay. Bug spirits?
Yes.
Insect spirits?
Yep.
Well, in Shadowrun Timeline, they open a cult that's a lot like Scientology mixed with Mormonism.
And
Jeremy.
just to
yes.
go out, I've actually linked the Shadowrun timeline in the chat, so they can see a lot of events.
Mark in chat asks, magicians, yay or nay?
What do you mean by magicians? Just magically active in general, or hermetic mages specifically?
I think he's asking if they have them, which, yeah.
Okay.
In
Shadowrun, there are multiple different ways that magic works. During the earliest editions, all they had were mages and shamans, and essentially, mages are like magical engineers. They deal in formula, they have a specific process, they're very meticulous, they have libraries upon libraries. Hermetic, yeah. Think of wizard in D&D. Wizard in D&D mixed with engineer. Okay,
no, he says yay or nay to hermetic. He knows what they are.
Oh, yeah. I didn't play that many hermetics. I just like the way shamans worked better. And then I did play them a few times. It's not that I disliked them. I just had more fun playing a shaman. And then later on, they started introducing rules for things like Voodoo and druids and all kinds of other fun things that just...
Hermetics are a lot like Dresden. Like Dresden Files type stuff.
Yes.
They play
very
much
is a hermetic
like
mage. I mean, they obviously didn't get everything right with how, the beliefs work for shamanism in the real world. But, as a game, it was kind of fun. Actually, later on in the game, they actually get into some of the magic of the Aboriginal tribes from Australia. And Australia is an interesting place in Shadowrun.
Let me put it this way. Their magic and stuff's kind of fucked up. So
yeah,
that'd be interesting.
You do not want to go to Ayers Rock.
No, you
That's
don't.
The name of the... Yeah, in Shadowrun, it's worse than it is now. Like, a lot worse. Like, ancient evils are trapped under... For those of you that have read the Dresden Files, Ayers Rock is freaking Demon Reach. Except there's no one in charge of controlling the damn thing.
And just so you know, it's literally a giant rock.
Yeah. Although I'm the crazy person that wants to go visit it at some point. But no, the Outback is a really weird place in Shadowrun Timeline. There are like tornadoes of magic, and it's...
Well, I mean, that's because it's in a weird place anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we getting made fun of again in chat?
No.
We're just doing
we have 1 minute. Literally, we are down to 30 seconds.
Okay, well,
So...
Mark,
I'm
Mark,
Jeremy.
you were curious.
I have lost the game. See ya.
I'll do a quick, literally see how quick I can do this, 10 seconds. You can follow all of our links down below us. Raid Hog now has a new YouTube channel, which you guys need to check out. Literally everything is down below us. Post Mesmeric always does video
Go to my
games
channel.
Mondays,
I got a new Sonic Boom video.
Mondays,
You want to see me
streaming,
suffer?
Yes.
We're already
all sorts
past
of
10
stuff.
seconds. Fuck it at this point.
Yeah, so have a good one, guys, and we shall see you later.